Welcome back to another day in the life of a reseller vlog. Today is Friday, April 19th. The weekend is almost here. We got to make it through Friday and then we get to enjoy the weekend. This morning I've been busy listing items. I got a stack of hats I got it all listed into my small store. Just had one order come in overnight out of the small store. I'm going to go grab that order and put away this inventory. Let me give you guys a look at it. There you see it. We got a dozen hats. Packed them all into the envelopes, got them listed into the small store. Gonna put those away and grab this order. Let me show you this order. We had one pair of shorts for $24.96. Let me give you a look at them. There they are. Those of you who say you can't sell the mall brands, here's one that sold $24 and change. Brand new pair of Old Navy beige cotton men's cargo dress shorts, flat front, 33-inch waist by 10-inch inseam. Some Old Navy going out the door for some good money. There you see it, $24.96 for a pair of Old Navy cargo shorts. You believe it? So I almost won another storage unit this morning. I bid one up to $470. It was a nice one in Burlington, close by my place. $470 I went up to. I was thinking about going up to $500. It had two guitars in it, some record players, I think, so some musical instrument, a Casio keyboard, all kinds of fun stuff in there, and there was some mystery to it. I just couldn't see going up any higher. Tapped out at $470, let it go. So almost had one this morning, but we're keeping our eye out there. We're gonna get another storage unit soon, so if you guys like that storage unit content, come on back. There's gonna be a new one posted any day now. Put it away, put it away, put away now. Alright, I found those Old Navy shorts. I'm going to get some labels printed. Well, one label, put that on there, and then we'll log into the big store, see what kind of action we had in the big store. I know there have been a few orders, and we just received a few more offers, so I'll have to deal with all that, and I'll let you guys know what's going on. Alright, here it comes. Let's get this label printed. Let's get this order ready. Add it to the tote. Alright, so I packed up some orders late last night, so we got a nice stack of orders already in the tote ready for the post office, but we got one more out of the small store, those Old Navy shorts. We're going to add that, and then we're going to check out the big store and see what kind of action we got. One more for the tote. Alright, we just got into this big store. It looks like we had 5 orders for $87.86. Let's take a look and see what sold. There you see it, $87.86 for 5 orders. Let's see what sold. First item sold for $15.08. It's a Gildan Bacon Dreams Come True black crew neck graphic t-shirt, short sleeve size medium. Second item sold for $16.99. It's a dress suit jacket beige line blazer 2-button size 38 regular. Hart Schaffner is the brand. Third item sold for $32.13. It's a Sebago a solid boots men's size 9M brown leather lace up. Fourth item sold for $11.83. It's a Kirkland blue men's dress shirt, long sleeve, button front, size 17-36. Fifth item sold for $11.83. It's a lot of 4 Star Trek paperback books. My Brother's Keeper, Beyond Stars, Passions, and others. So it looks like while I was telling you about those, we had one more order come in. It was a CD sold for $10.03. That brings the total for 6 orders to $97.89. You see it, today's order is steadily climbing. Sixth item sold for $10.03. This is the one that just came in. It's for Mindy Glendhill, The Sum of All Grace music CD from 2004. Keyword pop, rock, and Christian. Alright, so it's about 12:40 right now. I think what I'm going to do is make some lunch, then come back and pack those 6 orders. We'll get that stuff ready to go out to the post office. But first we gotta fuel up, we gotta make a few sandwiches and get something to eat. Alright, good news, just made those couple sandwiches and checked the mail and we got something to show you. Surprise, 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 right? Let's take a look and see what we got today. Back from the kitchen, we got some sandwiches, some apples, and 3 packages here. Let's see, this one is coming from Maryland. This one's coming from Minnesota, and this one here is coming from Oregon. Does that say Oregon? No, that says New Jersey. So we got Jersey, and we got these two here. So we'll get into it and see what we got. All right, there they are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 orders ready for shipping labels. Before we do that, I thought we'd do a fun little segment of Brian Reads the News. Haven't done that in some time now. Found a cute little article here. Celebrities who live in Seattle. It says one of the most popular cities to live in Washington. Seattle is home to many celebs. This list includes information about celebrities who live in Seattle and the surrounding area, loosely ranked by popularity. Famous people from Seattle come in many forms. Some celebrities in Seattle are actors and other Seattle celebs are tech giants. A few of the most famous people in Seattle are members of the biggest rock bands of all time. Who are the famous people who live in Seattle? Bill and Melinda Gates have a $127 million mansion in Medina, Washington, which is about 15 minutes from Seattle. Jeff Bezos is another one of the Seattle celebrities. He lives in a 29,000 square foot home in Medina, Washington. Number 1 on the list is of course Bill and Melinda Gates, who have that $127 million mansion in Medina, Washington. 15 minutes from Seattle. He is 68 years old and his birthplace is Seattle, Washington, USA. Number 2 on the list is Anna Faris. She's 47 years old. Her birthplace is Baltimore, Maryland. Anna Faris was raised in Seattle and she has a house in San Juan Islands. Number 3 on the list is Danny Bonaducci. He's 64 years old. His birthplace was Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. It says here Bonaducci lives in Seattle and works as a DJ for Seattle's KZOK, the classic rock station. Number 4 on the list is Jeff Bezos. He's 60 years old and his birthplace is Albuquerque, New Mexico. It says here he lives in a 29,000 square foot home in Medina, Washington. He also has homes in Beverly Hills, Van Horn, New York City, and other locations. Number 5 on the list is Eddie Vedder. He's 59 years old and was born in Evanston, Illinois. It says here Eddie Vedder lives in West Seattle. Number 6 on the list is Bill Nye. He's 68 years old and was born in Washington, D.C. It says Bill Nye moved to Seattle after graduating from Cornell and he still lives here today. Number 7 on the list is Bill Russell. NBA legend Bill Russell lives in Seattle. He coached the Seattle Supersonics from 1973 to 1977. Russell is 90 years old and his birthplace was West Monroe, Louisiana. Number 8 on the list is Dave Matthews. He's 57 years old. He's born in Johannesburg, South Africa. It says here Matthews and his family live in Seattle. He has lived there since the early 2000s. Number 9 on the list is Howard Schultz. He's 70 years old. His birthplace was New York City, New York. It says here Schultz lives in an estate in Madison Park that is reportedly almost worth $30 million. Number 10 on the list is Dan Savage. He's 59 years old. His birthplace is Chicago, Illinois. It says here Savage has a home in Seattle's Capitol Hill. Number 10 on the list is Sir Mix-a-Lot. 60 years old. Birthplace was Seattle, Washington. First became a star in Seattle and he still lives in the city today. Number 11 on the list is Matt Cameron. He's 61 years old. His birthplace was San Diego, California. He's Pearl Jam and Soundgarden drummer. Cameron lives just outside of Seattle in Woodway, Washington. Number 11 on the list is Mike McCready. He's 58 years old and was born in Pensacola, Florida. According to his Twitter bio, Pearl Jam guitarist Mike McCready still lives in Seattle, though he is also on record as living in Orange County, California. Number 14 on the list is Tom Hulsey. Animal House actor Tom Hulsey currently lives in Seattle while he works less in Hollywood. He still produces plays. He's 70 years old and his birthplace is Detroit, Michigan, USA. Final celeb on the list is 64-year-old Yuji Okamoto. He's the Karate Kid 2 actor. Okamoto lives in Seattle, owns the restaurant The Kona Kitchen. He was born in Los Angeles, USA, California. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that little treat there. 15 celebrities who live in Seattle. Did you know all those people lived in Seattle? I didn't know. There was some Anna Faris I didn't know. She's San Juan's. There's some interesting ones in there. Danny Bonaducci, I didn't know he was settled here and works for that rock station. I know he had a job in radio, but I didn't know it was local. So there was some fun ones in there. Alright, now that we're done with that little break from work, it's time to get back and pack these orders. I have these 6 orders here. We're going to get some shipping labels on them and add them to the tote. After that, I'm going to open those and let you guys know what is in those 3 packages, the box and the 2 packages. Alright, there they are, 6 orders out of the big store. And here come those shipping labels. Let's get these printed and add them to the tote so they can go out to the post office. Another successful day of orders. Alright, we got those 6 orders packed up. Let's add them to the tote. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and number 6. Almost full. Alright, this first order was a return. It was a pair of Jordans. I mentioned these in the past video. They came back. I listed them as brand new, and apparently eBay's program didn't think they were brand new, so they had the authenticity guarantee. That also includes whether things are new or pre-owned, and they said these were pre-owned, so we got to relist them as pre-owned, and they were sent back. So let me give you guys a look. Alright, so there they are as they came back, and as you can see, they have the cardboard in them still. They look pretty fresh and shiny to me, but apparently eBay thought these were not brand new, so maybe they have been worn, I don't know. The soles look pretty clean to me, but we're going to relist them as pre-owned, and hopefully they will find another buyer, so we'll find out soon enough. Big hassle. Alright, there they are. They have been relisted. Same listing, just hit relist, change it from new to pre-owned, and they're back up online. So like I said, that was a pretty easy, quick, little easy process. Just had to switch them from new with box to pre-owned. Used the same photos, just hit relist. I did lower the price a little bit, lowered it $50, and accepted offers. So we'll see if they get purchased again. I don't know. Hopefully this order will stick the next time through. They did look pretty new to me, so they're in excellent pre-owned condition if anybody is interested. Alright, now that we got that return handled, let's get into these other 2 packages and let me show you what we got. Alright, we got the bags open. Let's see what we got in the blue bag. We got a striped shirt, it looks like. What do we got here? Looks to be a polo shirt by Ralph Lauren Polo Golf. Has the pink horse and jockey on there, blue and white striped. We'll have to take that into the photo station and see what it looks like. What about the mystery of the black envelope? What is in the black envelope? Let's find out. Ooh, look at that. Another Ralph Lauren polo. This one is size extra large. So spring is here, we got some polos. So this is one of my online arbitrage purchases. Sometimes I do this, I'll buy stuff online with the purpose of reposting it online to sell it for profit. I've done this with Ralph Lauren shirts in the past, and if you can get them for the right price, you can make a few bucks on them. Spring is here, polo shirts are popular, people are looking for those short sleeve polos, so I did buy a few. Got them under $10. Let me show you what these original listings look like, and then we'll take it into the photo station. We'll get some photos taken of these and a few hats as well, and get some new inventory photographed. And then we can see the condition, and I'll let you know how much I expect to make off of these. Here's a look at the striped polo that we got. $9.78 I paid for this. $9.78 shipped. I got it here under $10. The listing said Polo Golf Ralph Lauren button collar striped short sleeve men's large blue and pink. Let me give you guys a look at these photos. Not bad photos, but I think I can take better photos and obviously try to get a little bit more money for this polo if I relist it. So there is the first one. Here's the other one. Again, this one was $9.78 shipped, $9.78, so just under $10. The title was Ralph Lauren men's extra large polo shirt, green and blue short sleeve, vintage 90s. Not sure this is actually vintage or 90s, but that's what they put. I'm probably not going to list it as vintage because I don't think it is. But and it's definitely not green. Looks gray to me, but They definitely had some mix-up at this listing, I think. Yeah, it's definitely not green. So extra large pocket polo shirt, that should go for good money. I mean, unless my eyes are failing me, it might be green and blue and white, but it looks gray when I look at it. So I don't know. Maybe they were right. There is hints of green in here if you look really close. But a nice Ralph Lauren. This one has the pocket with the horse and jockey on it, which is a little bit more desirable. Come golf season, people like that. They want to carry their stuff in their pocket when they're out on the course. So we'll get these two listed. A couple nice polos. I'm probably going to list them for $19.97 with shipping. And then again, we both got both of these under $10 shipped, so we should make anywhere up to $10 on this venture. So obviously $10 is the top money you'll probably make on those. I'm going to list them for $19.97 and accepted best offers. And I usually run a 20% sale on my stuff, my store periodically. So more likely we'll be making $8 or less on those listings. So, you know, each one of those, you know, probably takes you about 5 minutes. So, you know, 10 minutes to do a listing plus what time it takes to get the photos. It's you're looking at, you know, $16 for 10 minutes of work, so you can't really beat that. You know, it's going to take a while for them to sell. Ralph Lauren isn't as desirable a brand as it once was, but there's still plenty of fans out there. They like that horse and jockey. People like that Ralph Lauren name. They search for it quite often, and especially this seasonal thing, you know, short sleeve dress shirts and polo shirts are more in demand as spring comes around. So you know, pick those up when you see them. People are buying them right now, so Ralph Lauren is not a bad investment right now, in my opinion. So when I say it's not a bad investment, what I mean is there's 230,000 of them listed. If you search Ralph Lauren short sleeve polo shirt, there's 230,000 of them listed, but in the last 90 days, 74,000 have sold. So you know the market is a bit saturated, but 74,000 sales in the last 90 days. You want to get a piece of that money, and to have some of those in your store doesn't hurt because they do sell regularly. Even if the market is saturated, you know, when there's that number of sales, you want to get part of that money. And for those of you who think that $19.97 is too much, I mean, here's a look at what they're selling for the last, most recent ones. Recently sold $23 for a t-shirt, $29.88 for a short sleeve dress shirt, $21.14 best offer, $31, $31, $16, $15, $29, $50, $33, $11, $19, $24, $10, $28. So you can see that ask price is not unreasonable when you see, you know, some of them are selling upwards of $50, you know, to ask 20 is $19.97 is not unreasonable. People will pay that amount for that Ralph Lauren label. Alright, so we got the Ralph Lauren shirts out here in the photo station. I'm going to get them photographed. I wanted to show you a little tip. One thing you might want to think about if you're out there at garage sales or thrift stores and you spot a Ralph Lauren and you can pick it up at a reasonable price, I would suggest anything under $10. A thrift store, you're more looking at $5 to $10. If you can pick them up and mark them up to $19.97 or more, that's probably the best bet. But one thing you want to look out for, don't just grab it and throw it in the cart. You do have to look at these shirts because they do sometimes come with flaws, and they do have interesting construction that leads to flaws. But let me show you what to look out for. So here's a typical polo shirt, right? This is the Ralph Lauren, the one that I thought it looked kind of gray. They said it was green. Has the pocket. Obviously you want to check the collar for wear. This has a little wash wear on the collar, but not so much that it won't sell. A little is acceptable, but what you want to check on these shirts is down here. These shirts are kind of constructed with a little 2-inch tail on them. So right here, this part in the wash, this flaps back and forth, and oftentimes this starts to wear. And so that's what you always want to look for. If this is torn out here, then obviously it's not worth as much money. But this one appears to be in good condition, doesn't have significant wash wear, so there's no reason we can't get that 1997 for this one. We're going to get this one photographed and listed. Alright, we got that first one photographed. Let me give you a look at this second one. This is the blue and pink one with the pink horse and jockey on it. Looks to be in good condition as well. Let me show you. So here it is, a nice striped polo. This one doesn't have the pocket, and this one is actually a polo golf. So Ralph Lauren has all kinds of variations of shirts. You know, they have the Polo Sport, they have the Polo Golf, they have the Ralph Lauren, they have the Chaps, they have the purple label. They got all kinds of stuff, different stuff going on. But this one appears to be in good condition. Again, we'll check this area here that is important to look at. No significant wash, tearing, or wear there. No stains. So this one's looking sharp. Has a little bit of collar wear, but not so much that we can't get 20 bucks for it. So we're going to take it photos and list it up. One tip that you might want to do is, just to make yours stand out from others, is to get a nice close-up of this horse and jockey here, and as well as this label here, so that they can see that it is a genuine Ralph Lauren and has all the bells and whistles. Alright, in addition to those polos, I've got 8 hats set out here ready to be photographed and listed. Let me give you a look at these as well. There they are, but let me show you this. Just before we get those, we run this over it. Look at all this dirt and lint and hair that comes off of these. These were sent to me with all this on it, so just put some time into hitting it with the lint roller, cleaning them up, getting them look as good as possible you can before you photograph them. That'll sometimes make all the difference in the world. We got down here a little kid's Ralph Lauren, so we're listing 2 polos, and now we got a hat, so we're getting some good action in that category. Sometimes this hat won't sell for as much as those polos, but this hat will get you in the algorithm and get eyes on your Ralph Lauren merchandise. So it's good to have some merchandise in different categories. A little kid's hat, I'm not really interested in selling kids' hats very often, but a Ralph Lauren hat probably will sell if you price it right. And again, it will lead people into your store. And here's a nice John Deere hat. Another thing, I have a lot of John Deere hats listed already. You list another one, get some fresh eyes on that old inventory. You might not want this one, but maybe they want a white one, or something for the summer. So those are in the store already. So by listing the same type of items, it gets those eyes into your merchandise. This is a kind of a fun Maui, Hawaii, aloha hat, a vintage hat, kind of painter style with the rainbow design, snapback, lightweight, probably from the 80s, maybe even the 70s, who knows. This one is the Batman style with the moose on the front. I've shown this one in past videos. Has that moose, but it's in that Batman vein that was popular with the movies and whatnot. This one actually comes from Yellowstone. They probably took a trip out to Yellowstone and bought this, a little touristy type hat. Speaking of touristy, we got a Hard Rock Cafe Las Vegas. You remember that? I don't even think that's around anymore, but there it is, Hard Rock Cafe Las Vegas, a piece of history right there, a little bucket hat. This was a camouflage hat with the holes, the eye holes in there. You guys see that? They got the eye holes in there. Kind of a leaf design. It's a little different than your traditional camouflage. And it does have a strap on the back. You can tighten it up. So good for hunting and whatnot. It doesn't look like it was ever used. It has kind of that new feel to it. So I don't know if maybe they wore it one time hunting on a hunting expedition and ended up selling it off, but that's my guess on this one. Here's this, a newsboy style hat. I think there's another name that they call these. When you search it, you'll see it, but newsboy is one keyword you can use. Carvin Paris is the brand on this one. This has a nice lining, so you want to say it's lined. You want to put the color, you want to put the material. You want to think about all that stuff when you're listing and use those right keywords. And over here we got a little golf hat. This is Spy, is the brand Spy. So you want to say it's white, strap back. It's cotton blend, I'd imagine, solid. strap back Spy golf hat. It has this tag here on the bill. I didn't notice before. It might be a sticker. Proudly sewn in Canada, 100% cotton. So maybe that's the original tag. So vintage golf hat, I suppose you could say. Here it is, 8 more hats. We'll get these photographed and start listing them as well. I still have 2 stacks of hats to work through this weekend, as well as a few in the laundry section to clean up. So I'll be working through these this weekend. I'm not really sure what to do with. I scrubbed the bill, but it still didn't come out. It has that discoloration there. It's a pretty cool looking hat, logo wise, and it has that yellow bill on the bottom half. White Sox hat, but has some condition issues, obviously. I think I'll just list it up for $5, see if anybody wants it at that price point. Sometimes people will just buy it as a little work hat, or maybe they wear it at out playing baseball or something. Here are my 2 little project hats. These definitely need to be cleaned up. This is a true new era vintage Iowa, I think. It has that big eye on there, but look at this, how dirty it is. We're going to scrub this up and see how it turns out, but you can see that new era label from back in the day. That's what it used to look like before things changed. Here's a Monte Carlo Monaco. This one again just has some dust on it, so we'll get it cleaned up a little bit, looking as good as possible, and post it up. These probably will be cheap hats, between $5 and $10. Won't look to get very much money for them. So again, those hats are just part of an online arbitrage purchase I made recently. 38 hats for, I think it was $73 and change. It amounted to $1.95 per hat, so that's the buy cost on some of these. And there were some that I'm going to ask $20 for, some I'm going to ask $15, some $10, and you saw a couple there that were even $5, but we'll definitely make money on each one. Just some will be more desirable than others based on condition and content. So we had some good ones in there. You saw some that I think might sell pretty fast. That nice John Deere, that nice hunting hat. Some of them are definitely desirable and should make some decent money on that lot once it's all said and done. Alright, you saw the same shirt that I won for under $10. Here's my listing. I listed it for $19.97 with calculated shipping. As you can see, we got a photo of the front there. There's a closer one of the collar, one of the logo, the label, made in the USA, 100% cotton. Took one of the pocket, one of the horse and jockey, and then one of the back. So plenty of photos, and I think that main photo, of course, is the one that is going to sell it. Not only that, we filled out all of the item specifics. That's important to do these days, so they say. All of the boxes are checked, filled out with something or other, so it gives it a better chance of selling. Alright, we just got the second Ralph Lauren polo shirt. This one's the Polo Golf, the blue and white striped, listed. Here's a look at it again. The photos often sell the item, so here is the photos. Here are the photos that I took. Polo Golf by Ralph Lauren. Front, back, logos, label, collar. We got it all in there, so this one should get some eyes on it and lead to a sale. While I was listing those, we did have one more sale come into the big store. Let me show you guys what sold. Here it is. This one sold for $18.59. I got a bunch of these brand new Hot Wheels in a storage unit, listed them up, and they've been selling pretty good for me, making some good money off them. This one is a Hot Wheels 2011 new models 850 Back to the Future Time Machine DeLorean. So the famous DeLorean from Back to the Future, there it is. You can see it a little bit better in that photo. And so we got some pretty good money. One sale, and it was over $18 for this one. So we're going to go grab that one and get some shipping labels on it. Alright, there it is. A shipping label ready for a Hot Wheels car. Alright, one more for the tote. Alright, I'm back. What you guys didn't see, I just went for a run around the neighborhood. I met the dog Wallace. He was a little bit curious about me. The owner had to grab him twice, but shout out to Wallace. Made it through the run without getting bit by the dog, but back home now. We had 2 orders come in while I was out running, and let's see what they were. There you see it, 2 orders for $22.57. $22.57 for 2 more orders. First item sold for $13.77. It's an Amazon smiley face graphics snapback adjustable baseball hat, cotton men's adult cap. Pretty cool cap. I remember seeing this and I had to buy it. It was too fun. It had all those little smiley faces all over it. Can't remember how much I paid for it. Probably a few bucks. There it is. The other item was just listed April 17th. It sold for $8.80. It's Cobra DVD 1988 film disc and box starring Sylvester Stallone and Bridget Nielsen, a Warner Brothers film. So there you have it, Stallone Cobra and a smiley face hat. I'm gonna go grab those from inventory. We'll get some shipping labels printed and add them to the tote. Alright, I'm gonna have some dinner, then we're gonna pack up those orders and list a few more hats. But first, let me give you guys a look at what's for dinner. We have some delicious pasta tonight. There it is, a little shrimp pasta with tomatoes and basil, all the good stuff. Alright, well, the chef tells me there's Italian season and parsley in it as well, so my description was not up to par, I guess. She put more into it than I thought. There they are, last 2 orders of the night. Here comes a couple labels. Get these ready. Alright, 2 more for the tote, and a 1 and a 2. So it's a little after 9 o'clock now. We got the orders all packed up, ready to go to the post office tomorrow. I think I'm going to call an end to the video now. Just a reminder, we got that lawn mowing video, that before and after lawn mowing video tomorrow. I'm probably going to mix in some other reselling content before and after the lawn mowing video, make a day of it. So come on back tomorrow. We'll get some of that content out to you guys and have a little bit of fun out there. Hopefully we get a nice day to mow that lawn. Gonna go over to Peg and Anne Marie's and tackle their yard. They got a pretty nice yard, pretty big chore last year. Well, we did it one time, and it was a decent amount of work. So we're gonna prepare for that and get out there and make it happen. Get it cleaned up for them, looking nice. First mow of the year, so if you like that type of thing, come on back, check it out, and we'll give you some good content to view. As always, I want to thank you guys for watching this one to the end. It's that time again. You made it to the end of the video. Congratulations, helping me get a little bit closer to that 4,000 hours and 1,000 subscribers. I'm chasing that's what you need in order to monetize the channel. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please take a second to hit that subscription button, ring that notification bell, and come on back and make it a regular part of your day. We put these out every morning. New day in the life of a reseller vlog. So come on back, watch some, and help me get a little closer to monetization. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.